From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, hope you had a nice weekend so far. Taking a look at the big picture view from 22,000 miles up, and we got the west side of that high pressure system bringing in some of that monsoon moisture that we've been talking about, and as a result, things are starting to change in the forecast just a little bit. We have some factors that, as expected, are starting to increase, such as the fire danger. I'll discuss that more in just a second. We'll take a look at the temperatures first. For the Valley South, we're talking those 110 pluses still. Out east, though, well, we're still going to be hot, of course, but that monsoon moisture starting to become more of an X factor there, so to speak, with the possibility of some lightning out there. And then, of course, out towards Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, further inland just off the coast. Again, 105 to 110, looking really relatively likely here as we head over the next several hours. I think today is going to be the last day of that really excessive heat. Then we start to see that trend downwards across the area. So we do have this excessive heat warning here across the area, again, from western Siskiyou County down the valley, Trinity County. This goes for the rest of this evening, expiring at 9 with the heat advisory out for the rest of us as well. But I think the big change here that we've been talking about, that I mentioned this morning, the possibility of the fire weather danger increasing, is the red flag warning from eastern Siskiyou County, Modoc County, the eastern mountains, all the way down the 395 corridor, south of Susanville, out towards portions of Lassen County, and then of course Trinity County as well, west of the valley here. And we got the fire weather watch for western Siskiyou County and portions just around the valley, the western mountains around the valley, due to the fact that, well, we have the possibility of more lightning, fire weather conditions shaping up here over the next 24 to 48 hours. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's the future cast, and you can see what I'm talking about as we get some of that monsoon moisture lifting north with time in those key areas where that red flag warning was issued for today out there. Eastern Siskiyou County, Modoc County, Plumas County, the 395 corridor out there in the eastern mountains by the state line. That's kind of the best way to put it. Now, we get a little bit drier through tonight. I think we get a little bit of a lull in that monsoon moisture. And then as we head through tomorrow, well, it picks back up. That convection, so to speak, starts to reestablish itself across the North State and also out towards Trinity County and central portions of Siskiyou County as well. So that's why it's out here too, because, well, these things could produce lightning strikes. And we all know, we've lived here long enough, that these can produce fires. We know what to do. It's July. It's hot. We get a little monsoon around here. Thunderstorms can be produced and lightning, you know the drill. So don't do anything to exacerbate it. Take your fire weather precautions in terms of being diligent here. You know what to do, right? Just want to mention that here as we head over the next several days. Monday, even still, I think a possibility of some convection might very well be there in western Siskiyou County and Trinity County. I really don't think it's going to be quite as much of an issue out there towards the eastern mountains, but trends are towards that, perhaps even lasting, like I said, here into Monday. Then past that, I think we actually start to dry out a little bit here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the extended term picture. Now, as we head over the next several days, most of us will be dry. That's the thing. Most of us will not see much in the way of rain, but it's that isolated type stuff here that we're kind of looking at that might pose that lightning danger. And of course, with that red flag warning, we're going to watch that. Notice this too. See that cool down? We do get back down to the mid-90s here in the extended term, so I do think there is some room for improvement that we're going to see. Now, along the coast, well, we're going to be in the mid-60s, right? You don't see those trends quite as much, but head a little further inland, and you certainly do, right? You definitely do start to see the sign of the times where we start cooling down just a little bit. Head a little further inland, and you see those 100s turning into lower 90s as we head through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it looks like the coolest portion of the week is actually being pushed back to, I'd say, about the middle and end portions of the week. Siskiyou County, here's another example. Notice there, Wednesday, Thursday-ish, lower 90s, maybe even barely breaking 90 there in Mount Shasta City, for example. Heading over to Modoc County, of course, we can see that trend here as well from Alturas, pretty much all the way to the state line, to be quite honest with you here. 90s for tomorrow, and check those winds out, right? Still pretty gusty out there, relatively speaking. Temperatures really staying pretty steady state there with the lower to mid-90s. Maybe a little warmer in the extended term, but for the meantime, I think we're going to be cooling down just a little bit. So, eastern mountains, Plumas County, you can see what I was talking about with those monsoon chances here for the next day or two. Getting back down to the mid-90s and probably staying there for the extended term here over the next several days. Heading over to the valley, well, to be honest with you, don't really see the rain chances being as high out here towards the valley, which even still, they're not necessarily high, they're just elevated, right? So, like I said, not all of us will see rain, but especially in the valley, to be honest with you. Now, I think we're going to be pretty cloudy over the next couple of days, of course, because we got that moisture in, but sort of clear out as we head towards the rest of the week. Notice down here, well, you got those mid-90s taking back over, so triple digits starting to creep out of here, right? That's why that red flag warning, or well, the excessive heat warning rather, starting to expire here as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. Lakehead, down Anderson, Cottonwood, all the way to Red Bluff. You also get back out of the triple digits here as we head through Wednesday, Thursday-ish. That's probably late week, I would say. Those late 90s or upper 90s are going to take back over. So there's that cool down, right? Coming in, sure as heck beats 119, right? And again, I think we hold some clouds through today, through tomorrow, then we clear out for the rest of the week. So all in all, definitely a very variable forecast. Of course, you can roll back for just a few minutes, see what I was talking about with those red flag warnings. I'll be back with you at 6 this evening for more Fresh on the Weather NorCal Command Center.